Last time on Corpse Party, Book of Shadows. Oh no! No! Nurse's office! Bad! Yeah, that's bad! But now, at least, the evil will spread no further. They look so adorable together! So, what the fuck happened with Tsukasa? Seriously? Where is he? What happened between them? Why are they not married? I need this information! Whatever happened to Tsukasa? That's just the end? Greetings, my beautiful viewers! I am the Hunter of Comedy, and welcome back to Corpse Party, Book of Shadows. So guys, I have a bit of a confession to make. I said before I wasn't, gonna go and, get all the bad endings and everything, and there was actually a reason for that. Honestly, I've been having a tough time in real life right now. My stepmom passed away recently, and she was such an amazing person and everything that, I really didn't feel like this game is a great game, but it makes me incredibly sad, so much. So, I didn't want any extra sadness and everything in my life right now. So, for a while, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do them. I'm just not gonna do them. However, I kept thinking back to, I got a wonderful comment, previously when I was playing the first Corpse Party game that thanked me for getting all the bad endings. And I couldn't get that out of my head. And I was thinking, it's such a disservice to you guys and, everyone watching and everything that, I'm not doing it for this game, that I wasn't. So, I've decided that this episode, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get all the bad endings that I have missed so far. It's gonna take me a while, real world time is gonna take me a while. But, I want to show you guys all the bad endings, and going forward, when I finish a chapter, just like I did previously in the first Corpse Party game, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get all those bad endings, because I'm finally, in a better place. So that's what I'm gonna do. And, no one pressured me into this, no one, said they were disappointed or anything. This was all purely on me. I was like, it's not fair that I'm just not doing the thing I did before, considering I do it in almost every game I play. So, with that said, we're going all the way back to Chapter 1, baby! And honestly, this one's probably gonna be the saddest. Okay, so this is the first bad ending. I'm gonna use the bucket outside. I'll be right back, Seiko. I'm gonna go get something to stand on. I hurried out into the hallway to grab the bucket I'd seen sitting on the ground earlier. If I were to stand on that, I was certain I could reach Seiko's neck, even at my height. Inside the bucket were clumps of unidentifiable rotting meat, crawling with countless maggots. The sight alone was nauseating. But there was no time to be grossed out. Seiko's life was on the line. Picked up the bucket with surprisingly little hesitation. After dumping its contents onto the floor, I held the dirty bucket tight against my chest and rushed back into the bathroom. I will save you! I will! Yeah, this is not gonna end well. Oh no. Seiko, hold still! I'm gonna loosen the rope! I threw the bucket onto the ground, upside down, and stepped onto it like a footstool. Sure enough, this gave me the lift I needed to reach Seiko's neck. This would work. I was going to save her. I positioned my hand on Seiko's shoulder and began feeling around for the knot, but then... Oh my god. Oh no. The bottom of the old rusted bucket had given way. I lost my footing and fell, inadvertently pulling down Seiko's body. Her thin neck snapped easily. Oh, God. God, no! No, Seiko! Seiko's neck was twisted unnaturally. Her arms and legs hung limply and swayed back and forth with the momentum of my fall. She would struggle no more. No! 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 I could still feel the sensations of that last moment on my hand. I was responsible for this. I broke her neck. I killed Seiko. I clasped my hands on either side of my head and curled up in a fetal squat. This was all predestined to happen. It was an inescapable fate. But somehow, I should have been able to change it. Fear, despair, and anger were all swirling around inside my head, and I couldn't do a thing to quell them. I knew what was going to happen. I knew it. But I couldn't stop it. What the hell was wrong with me? I just went through the same motions as before. I made the exact same mistake, and now Seiko. Yep, there's that first bad ending. Okay, so this time we gotta think of something else. And this time we grab her body. I knew I had to lift Seiko's body into the air. Loosening the pull of the rope so she could breathe. Unfortunately... Oh... While writhing, Seiko inadvertently kicked me square in the jaw. Force of the blow caused me to stumble and fall backwards. She's really suffering. I have to hurry. Oh no. Sick. Yep. Yeah, I didn't make it in time. Maybe I couldn't. Maybe this is all predestined to happen. An inescapable fate. Yep. Okay. Yep. And those are the two bad endings I missed in, of course, the first chapter. So now we're gonna move on to Chapter 2. The Persistence of Destiny. Oh, so I did get all the bad endings. So I guess I do, like, you know, I get trophies for getting all the bad endings. So, hey, even more motivation, right? Okay, so this is the other one. Yep. Yep, this is when Mayu gets caught by the kid, which I didn't do before because I didn't want this to happen. Let go of me! I have to find Sheik and the others! Oh. Oh, I have the paper chart. Okay, I can just do it again, okay. I was caught in his cold, dead hands. He had me by the wrist and absolutely was not letting go. I can't read that second word. The evening is so warm. I wanna feel more. With one sudden inelegant move, he grabbed my hair. His other hand began violently pulling on it with all his might. Oh no! Oh no, stop! Oh yeah, oh yeah. God, it hurts! You're hurting me! Stop! Please stop! In that instant, I found myself unable to breathe and unable to speak. The hand that was previous on my wrist was now strangling the life out of me, gripping my neck with an almost inhuman amount of strength. Can't breathe. He's just a child. How can he be this strong? For a brief moment, I could feel a cold sensation on my arm. And then just like that, my entire torso was forced backwards into a decidedly unnatural bend. Heard the sound like the breaking of a huge lobster tail. That would be your spine. Sudden jolts of intense pain shot through every last inch of my body like electricity. Sweat began overflowing from every pore. No, please. Oh boy. My body, equally uncertain on how to react to levels of pain this severe, responded with intense nausea. Somebody, please. I don't understand. What's happening to me? Am I dying? How many people were in the room with me? I was feeling the touch of countless hands. Some clearly did not belong to children. Who were these people, and how many of them were holding me down? Yet another hand grabbed my ankle. With an even greater force than before, my legs were pulled in opposite directions. Then, with a startlingly loud crunch, they snapped right off my hips. Oh my god! My limbs were either gone now or barely still attached. I was like a discarded wishbone or a toy that had no qualms about breaking. Oh boy. Well, okay, so took me a while because I had to, like, replay for a lot, but I already got the other bad endings of, like, like when I was originally playing with, like, Yoshiki looking at, like, the ghost boy and trying to save Nana, but failing in this section. And of course, like, we already did, like, sending Yoshiki down the hole instead. So now this is another alternate one where I never got, like, the notebook from, like, the girl who locked her friend in the record room. So, yeah, we're on a completely different route here. And we're trying to go across this gap that's in between, that's, like, on, like, the first floor. Doesn't look that far. We should be able to jump it, don't you think? I don't know what it's like for you boys, but us ladies wouldn't stand a chance. We need something to grab onto, at the very least. So I guess if we had a long pole or a rope or something, we could go over first. I could go over first and help you two get across. Okay. And I remember where to get the makeshift rope, which is like the bandages. From when Nana was all tied up. Yeah, I'm almost positive, like, Kizami, the crazy guy, was the guy who tied up Nana, but I'm not 100% certain. First things first. Gotta get one end of this rope fastened onto something. How about the desk inside the classroom? I don't know about that. You pulling the rope and that desk is totally gonna move. That's true. Maybe the teacher's podium? No, the rope wouldn't be long enough to reach that far. Couldn't we attach it to a desk and move that desk right against the classroom door? Then just close the door most of the way, leaving only a crack for the rope to slip through. That way the door will keep the desk in place. I see. As long as we double loop the rope around the desk, then it should hold. And with the door serving as a barrier, yeah, that just might work. Alright, I guess I'll grab the rope then, and jump across with it. Be careful, okay? Don't worry. At this distance, it's child's play. Yeet! Ha ha ha! Oh! Holy crap, that scared me. Are you alright, Kishinuma? Yep, the floorboards on this side are just a little dicey, that's all. We'll need to be real careful around them. Okay, Suzumoto, hang on to the rope and come on over. One at a time, though, since it's kind of dangerous. Nana, I'd like to go first. Will you be okay going after me? Sure, I think I can do that. Huh? What's wrong? I dropped my student ID with a scrap of paper with the Sachiko's charm still in it. We can go downstairs later and get that. For now, just focus on getting across safely, okay? Okay. I'm over, Nana. You're next. Make sure you hang on to the rope tightly and be real careful, okay? Got it. Oh, no! Who the hell is that? I don't think he's friendly. Nana, come on, hurry! Ah! Ah! For about as much time as it took a single shiver to run up and down a person's spine, the hallway was completely silent. Then, the moment Nana's foot left the floor on the other side of the hole, there was an abrupt, almost exaggerated spray of blood. The back of the strange, bloody-eyed man's massive hammer had come down hard, roughly splitting through not only the rope, but both of Nana's legs as well. Ah! My legs! My legs! Nana! More than anything, I wanted to look away. I wanted to look away from those desperate, tear-filled eyes that shocked, pained expression. Not to mention the sight of Nana's dangling torso with nothing at all left below the thighs. Don't let go of the rope! We'll pull you up! Suzumoto, I need your help! Her legs? Nana's legs? Tomas, she's still alive! And we can help keep her that way! But even if we save her, even if we pull her up... Don't think about that right now, goddammit! If she needs legs, then I'll lend her ours! Then we'll lend her ours! I'll carry her on my back! My legs! My legs! God, it hurts! It hurts! Nana! We need to do something to stop the bleeding! Move! I'll tie the rope tight around her thighs. Damn it, this is so messed up! Oh no! We need to get away from here, Suzumoto! Yeah, let's save. Because, oh boy, there are two bad ends to happen here. Okay. Goddamn fucking asshole. If you think you could jump this gap with that zombie-ass body of yours, then why don't you just try it? Why would you antagonize him like that? Like, why would you antagonize him like that? She's still breathing, but she's passed out. That's probably for the best. If she were conscious, think about how much pain she'd be in. Yeah, but if she's passed out, it can't be a good sign of her chances of survival. We've got to do something to save her. What could we possibly do? We're not doctors! With a wound this bad, I wouldn't even know where to begin. We can at least dress the wound with antiseptic and bandages. There's got to be some in the infirmary, or the science lab, or the staff room, or just somewhere. Either way, we have to at least try. Yeah, I guess you're right. For now, we should focus on finding someplace safe where we can rest. Oh no! He came through the secret passage, didn't he? It's the same guy. How the hell did he get over here? I don't know, but we have to run. I know there's a bad end basically if you just let him catch you, so I want to see if I go back if it'll... Yeah, that way I don't have to waste time. Oh, no. Oh, Bloody-eyed man raised his right leg, then quickly brought it down onto Nana's stomach, pinning her to the ground and forcing blood from her wounds. Oh my god. A few stomps later, what looked to be gastric juices began spewing from Nana's mouth, and her momentary consciousness was cut short as she passed out again. Pretty sure she's dead this time. This didn't stop the man from continuing his stomping fit, however. He was putting his whole body weight into every blow. I could hear the sounds of bones breaking. Not a chance of survival were lessening with every passing moment, and they weren't good to begin with. Nana! Stop it! Stop it! What could I do? I wanted to save her somehow, but I couldn't even move. God damn it! Get your fucking foot off her, you bastard! Oh boy. Kishinuma! Kishinuma's attempt to save Nana was short-lived. The bloody-eyed man swatted him back like a fly and he immediately fell through a hole in the floor. Sorry to keep you waiting. It's your turn now. Hey, yeah. Wanna play? I remember now. This is where I die. Well, shit. And there's one more wrong end here, where we go to the science lab instead. To the science lab. Science lab door is locked, but I have the rusty key. Oh, good, the door's locked. Can't waste time here, or he's going to catch us. Wonder if the key I found will work. Let's try it. Please open. It turned. Good, come on, let's get inside. Okay, I've locked it behind us. I think we're safe, for now. But that damn pig's got a hammer like an axe. So before he busts through the door, we need to find something we can use to defend ourselves. But what about tending to Nana's Wait, what's that smell? Oh! Oh no. It's a dead body bound to a chair with wire by both wrists and ankles. Oh my god. Based on the height and uniform, this was most likely a junior high school girl. She seemed to have had hot oil poured over her head, burning everything above her chest into a black and unidentifiable mess. The only discernible facial feature is a missing tongue, and that's only because its stump is still faintly visible through her broken front teeth. The wire on her wrists and ankles seems to have really dug into her skin too, suggesting she put up a hell of a fight before taking her final breath. This uniform, it's the same as Nana's! Look, there's a photo on her student ID. Musashi Gawara Girls Middle School, Class 1-6, Nari Amatoya. Nari? You're awake! Nana, don't look! What? Is this Nari? No! 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 It can't be! Not like this! Nari promised that we'd all escape from here together! This can't be her! This has to be some kind of mistake, it has to be! Calm down, Nana. There are other people you need to find. Friends and peers, right? No. They're probably all gone too. Oh no. Oh, shit. Oh, let's play a game. What's this? It was a little girl with matted, oily black hair spilling down her shoulders and over her chest, and she was holding something under her arm. As she drew out the vowel in her sadistically playful question, she triumphantly flourished the object, revealing it to be a human head! It was a girl's head, with a perfectly uniform bob framing her face. She looked like the quiet type. Her mouth was hanging half open, trails of blood stained onto her chin, and once again the tongue was nowhere to be found. Chihaya. Oh, so her name is Chihaya, is it? She was calling for you right up until the end. Over and over and over she bleated out, Nana! What's this? Nana, I'm dead now. Why didn't you come and save me? The girl in the red dress thrust her hand into Nana's neck and was moving her mouth up and down while saying this, like a ventriloquist with a dummy. No! No! Stop it! Stop it! Give her back! Give her back! Give me back my My friends! Chihaya! Nori! With those words, Nana lapsed back into unconsciousness on Kishinuma's back, never again to awaken. As for me and Kishinuma, we knew the chase was over. There was nothing left to say. We just stood there petrified at the thought of what was about to come. Yeah, and that is all of the endings in Chapter 2. Drama and tragedy. Ooh, wow. Okay, we are now moving on to Chapter 3 with Yui. In the past, anyway. Okay, so as Yui, apparently there's a bad idea if we just leave. Okay, I really don't have time to play around right now. I should get out of here. I decided it would be best to put my yearnings aside and leave the classroom behind. Well, that particular wonder turned out to be nothing at all, it seems. Guess it's all just superstition. Couldn't believe I've gotten all indignant with Tsukasa over something so trivial. Thinking about it now, it seemed kind of ridiculous. Alright, time to head home. I have to get to bed early, so I'll be ready for tomorrow. With this in mind, I walked toward the classroom door and took one step out into the hall. When suddenly... Huh? Huh? The door slid shut on its own with incredible force, and my neck was trapped in the narrow opening that remained. Oh no! I dug my nails into the door, frantically trying to open it back up. But the more I pushed on it, the more it pushed back, further constricting my neck. Oh my god. I was flailing my limbs, twisting and contorting my body, trying everything I could to escape. Why? 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 My neck was clamped tightly. I could feel the blood rushing to my head. I couldn't breathe, opening my mouth in terror. I stuck my tongue out as if trying to swallow the air. Forcefully shaking my head left to right, I swiveled my body to face the ceiling. That's when I saw the tall, pitch-black silhouette of a person. The silent steam squirmed its way out of my throat, but the door was still pressing onto my neck. I can't... Tsukasa! My vision whirled, and I felt a sensation of falling. At the same time, a lukewarm liquid began pouring over my face. What? As I was struggling to make sense of what was happening to me, the door that had been violently crushing my neck quietly slid open. The floor of the schoolhouse came down hard on my head. My vision had gone white and began blurring, but I could still see. I could see my body. I was rolling across the hallway, and there, in the doorframe, I caught sight of my headless torso collapsing in a heap onto the floor. What just happened? Last thing I saw out of the corner of one bloodshot, unfocused eye was the familiar figure of the old woman from this morning. I still think the old woman wasn't actually trying to hurt her. She was just trying to get her to leave the building. I think that like, you know, her dying there wasn't like the old... I think it's like a red herring. Like, you're supposed to think it's the old lady, but it wasn't actually her. Okay, so previously we actually hid at the teacher's podium. This time we're going to hide in the supply locker, and this is also a bad ending. I hurriedly squeezed myself into the metal locker where the classroom's cleaning supplies were kept. It was still pitch black in the room, so I really couldn't spare the time it would take to remove its contents. Instead, I just contorted myself to fit. The locker was thick with the smells of mold and varnish. If I could hold my breath for just a little while, I think I'll be safe in here. So I waited. I waited for the footsteps to pass by and fade into the distance, signaling that it was safe to emerge. Whoever it is had better hurry. I feel like I'm going to suffocate here if I am here much longer. Still, I felt a lot safer in a locker than it did out in the room. But the footsteps weren't receding. They were getting louder, closer, faster. Oh! Oh! and then they came to a sudden halt. Huh? They were close, just outside the locker. I peered through the ventilation holes. Amidst the utter darkness of the classroom, there wasn't a soul to be seen. I'm okay. As long as I stay in here, I'll be fine. Not sure why I believed that. Maybe because I needed to. Maybe because it was so dark, or because I felt so much calmer in a tight space where nothing could possibly sneak up behind me. I didn't know why, and I didn't care. I just knew that, as far as I was concerned, I was safe in here, so I stood motionless and cramped, and I waited. I didn't have to wait long. What was that? Sounded like a door locking. Suddenly apprehensive, I gently nudged the supply closet door, just to make sure it would still open for me when I wanted it to. No! It's locked! Found you. I let out a sudden yelp at this unknown voice and tried with all my might to push open the door blocking my escape. No! No, please! Let me out! Let me out! Is somebody still here? You'll need to be punished for that. Huh? There was a brief moment of silence following the eerie voice's unsettling proclamation. And then, crash, crunch, the metal walls around me on all sides began warping inward as if the supply locker had somehow been fed into a trash compactor. Ow! What's going on? There was no force I could imagine that could have been able to do this, but it was happening. This already confined space was steadily closing in on me. No, it hurts! Open the door, let me out! Crash, crunch. The collapse of the locker all around me continued slowly and steadily. I could feel all manner of things pushing and cutting into my body. Ooh, my vision went red. One of the blood vessels in my eyes probably burst from the pressure. It wasn't going to last much longer. The ventilation holes in the locker were now pressed right up against my face. Through them I could just barely make out the figure of a person. It was the old woman from this morning. She was standing just outside the slat, staring right into my eyes. It was the last sight I would ever see as the locker finally, inevitably, smashed in my skull. Ooh, crash, crunch, crack, splat. Okay, so this time we're hiding at the teacher's podium. And then before, I chose to make a break for it, but this time you stay hidden. I'll keep hiding. It'll pass by for sure. It'll be okay. It only took a moment for that decision to come back and bite me. My body was suddenly weighed down. In an instant, without knowing what was happening, my feebly positioned form was essentially locked in place. It was like a boulder had fallen on top of me and was resting on my arched back. I twisted and shuffled myself around, trying to shake it off, but the more I struggled, the heavier it became. And what's more, it felt like it was suddenly inching its way toward my head, as if it were planning on dropping down in front of my face. Was this a person? Guess who? It was a female voice, reverberating ominously, as if bubbling up from the depths of hell. I squirmed violently, desperate to throw her off of me. Shall we play tag together? Ooh! Vision went red, or at least it felt that way. Whatever was on my back had dug her razor-sharp fingernails right into my eyes! I collapsed on the spot. The pain was instantaneous and unbearable. I could no longer hold my position. I could no longer focus on anything but this agony. My eyes! My eyes! Oh! Bad children must be punished. Pain shot through my head in waves. It was indescribable, unthinkable. I couldn't take it any longer. My consciousness faded, and I was gone. I would never know exactly what happened to me, but maybe I was better off that way. Yeah, I still think that every time that we die, it's actually, Yoshie who's killing us. and not the old lady. Like, maybe I'm wrong, but, you know, I mean, like, that's what it seems like to me. Okay, so this time, instead of taking the bag of salt, we take the broom. A broom from the cleaning supply closet. That might work. No, nothing from that closet helps. Maybe I could fend her off with it. It was a long shot, but it was better than just standing around and getting caught. What do I do now? What do I do? Looked over. The spirit of the old woman was holding out her hand from the other side of the doorframe. She really was trying to catch me. I wasn't just being paranoid. She was going to kill me and turn me into a ghost like her. I was convinced. This had to be Yoshie, the teacher from the urban legend. Couldn't waste any more time. I darted out through the back door of the classroom into the safe end of the hallway. I was running at top speed, hoping to escape behind the spirit's back. Unsurprisingly, trying to outrun a ghost proved to be a fruitless endeavor. The spirit saw me and moved at breakneck speed to intercept. Stop! Impulsively, I impulsively thrust the broom out and stabbed her in the eye with it. Take that, I thought. But the moment of bravado was short-lived. The broom immediately shattered into a million pieces. If my attack had accomplished anything, it just made her mad. I had the sudden sensation of someone seizing me by the throat, accompanied by an unpleasant crunching sound. God, she really did have me by the throat. I couldn't breathe. For as old and frail as she looked, she was uncommonly strong. Gotcha. She was actually gripping me so tightly that she'd managed to raise me off the ground by my neck. I could see her slender, bony hand in the periphery of my vision and feel it cutting into my trachea. Was that hand really holding me in the air against my will, kicking and flailing just by the tissue and bones of my neck? I couldn't struggle anymore. I was like a puppet on a string. Tag, you're it. Oh, well. With a sudden crack, my field of vision shifted 90 degrees and everything turned red. Oh my, just like me. Yeah, like I said, I'm like 99% sure it's Yoshie. Okay, so in this one, instead of breaking the glass, we have to run somewhere else. I have no choice. I have to keep running. I have to find someplace else. Or maybe I could hide somewhere and throw Yoshie off my trail. I had no particular destination in mind. My only thought was anywhere but here. After maybe 30 seconds, I found myself in the second floor hallway. There was an outside corridor connecting the two buildings of the school there, and it was the first alternate escape route that came to mind. Naturally, it was walled off from the outside for safety purposes, but the wall wasn't so big that I couldn't scale it in a pinch. Didn't really want to jump from the second floor of the school, but if I had to, I was confident that I at least survived the fall with minimal injury. If you did it right, yeah. I should consider that a last resort. For now, let's just get out of sight. I climbed the wall faster than I thought possible, and dropped down to the narrow ledge on the other side. It was just wide enough to sit down. My back was to the hallway, but my location should have been completely hidden from anyone inside the school. I looked down at the muddy ground below me. Really couldn't see much, though. The outside was completely dark. It was so dark it felt almost like the whole world had been draped in a black veil. Maybe I should just stay here until morning. I mean, even if I ran, I'm pretty sure I'd get caught. I opened the pen case in my pocket and pulled out the pencil I received from Tsukasa. Tsukasa, please protect me. I was really treating this stubby little pencil as a protective charm. Tsukasa said it would guarantee success on my test, not ward off evil spirits. Still, it was better than nothing. I clutched it tightly in my hands and prayed. Please, protect me! I whispered the words so quietly that I might as well have been mouthing them. But that seemed to be all the opening that damned spirit needed. I sensed a presence on the ledge with me, and I was so startled that I almost fell from my perch. No, please! Why are you doing this? However, I could only sense her there, Didn't actually see her, and thought for one brief moment that maybe I was letting my imagination run wild. Then I felt the horrible sensation of something coiling itself around my arm. You mustn't go outside. Oh, wow. Before I knew it, a tall, shadowy figure had half emerged from the wall behind me. She had me in her grasp. There wasn't much more to her than an indistinct, flickering silhouette, but I could clearly see she had a broken neck. Was this a different apparition? Her scraggly root-like fingers were squeezing my arm with tremendous force, pushing aside muscle and tissue and pressing right on the bone. No! What are you? Where are you going, my dear? I'll just be a little longer, so why don't you wait for me? That hurts! It really hurts! I was shaking hysterically and tears were streaming down my face. I was absolutely convinced I was going to die here. Let go of me! Sachi. Yep, this is actually all from before. Felt my arm would snap at any moment. Let's be together forever. She wasn't just grabbing, she was twisting as well. Pain was unlike anything I'd ever experienced before. Couldn't think about anything else. Stopping it had become my first and only priority. I struggled violently against the spirit's grip, ultimately breaking free by throwing my body off the wall toward the unseen earth below. In the face of death, everything really does seem to slow down. I read somewhere that this is because the brain is sending out all kinds of distress signals or something. Slow motion or not, though, I was fully aware of my surroundings. I was cascading through the air just outside my school building. And this is like, I actually want to save and see like what the other one is, because I know that this is the bad ending, but I do want to come back and reach out the, well actually let's reach out the hands, because I know we're going to be saved by Tsukasa for this, because this is like, there are like two different ways to get the true ending, like the route I already did, or like when she's falling here to reach out her hands. I was pretty sure this fall would kill me. With a controlled jump, I might have been able to survive, but I was tumbling like a rag doll. I was a goner. I couldn't even remember what you were supposed to do in a situation like this. Try to flip over, brace for impact? One last-ditch attempt at survival, I stretched out both my arms. Maybe someone would be waiting there to grab them. Maybe somebody would save me. And somebody actually did. I honestly wasn't expecting that. I really thought there was no hope, but then at the last second I was yanked to safety. Shishido! Tsukasa? You okay? Hang on, don't let go! Right. I held onto his arms with all my might, and against seemingly impossible odds I was pulled in. My life was saved. This is like a scene out of some anime. It shouldn't have happened, it was too convenient, but I wasn't about to complain. That was close. Why? Tsukasa? No time to explain, we have to run. Ah, yes, and then this all goes now into, like, you know, the actual true ending. I just really wanted to show you guys that because it's a little different than what I initially got, which, you know, I like that. Prey upon the pencil. If this is a dream, please let me wake up from it right now! Those are the words echoing through my head as I clutched Tsukasa's pencil tight against my bosom, like a prayer talisman. Moments later, I crashed into the ground. Oh no! And a horrible squishy sound echoed in my ears. My neck was... Tsukasa's pencil had pierced deep into my throat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Blood was splurting everywhere. I was practically drowning in it. It landed right on it. And it wasn't long before I gasped my final gasp. Alrighty, everybody. Wrong end 5. Another time, another space. Okay, guys. And that is actually the end of all of the bad endings up until this point. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I appreciate you being here with me. Next time, we're officially going to start Chapter 4, Purgatory. So, hooray, I guess. I'm actually real excited about that, and I'm excited to see what we're gonna get. So, thanks again, everybody. And, as always, if you enjoyed this as much as I did, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe if you're not already, ring that bell for all them notifications and until next time, have yourselves a beautiful day, my beautiful, beautiful viewers.